Some of you men got them caterpillar eyebrows up in there. Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel, Hair and Makeup by Padilla. First, I want to give a shout out to my brother for making that awesome video intro. If you want to go check out some of his stuff, he has a TikTok account. It is Zachary Padilla 0. You can also find him on Instagram at ZacharyIsHip. Also has a YouTube page if you just look up Zachary Padilla. He makes awesome skateboard videos. Don't forget to go look at my social media. For Instagram, it is hair and makeup by _Padilla. My Facebook is hair and makeup by Padilla. And you are clearly on my YouTube page. Also, if you haven't seen my first ever YouTube video, definitely go check that out. I will put the link somewhere over here. Anyways, for this video, I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup routine. So let's just go ahead and get started. First things first, I'm going to go into my little skincare fridge. And if you guys have seen my last video, you will see what that looks like. So I'm going to moisturize my skin first. I'm using the Image Prevention Hydrating Moisturizer. And I have very dry skin. This one also has SPF 30 in it. You're always supposed to use sunscreen when doing your skincare routine. So I'm going to go ahead and slap this on real quick. After I put on my moisturizer, I'm going to go in with the BECCA First Light Priming Filter Primer. Also wanted to say that I will put all the product that I use in the description below. Next thing I'm going to put on is my foundation. Right now I am using the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I like a full coverage. I don't like being able to see like any of my blemishes. I like full coverage. And this one is in the shade F5. I am running out, so like I'm gonna have to just like, you know, I'm gonna have to scrape the bottom of this baby girl. Ulta, I'll be seeing you today because your girl cannot run out of foundation. Like I would never. First thing I always do when I go to do my foundation is I always grab a beauty blender and some sort of facial spray. And I always spray this on my beauty blender first. I don't ever run my beauty blender under the like sink, the faucet or whatever. I don't know why I don't do that. I just don't. I know a lot of people do. Then I'm gonna go in with my foundation. And I always like to put it on my forehead, my nose, under my eyes. I personally feel like I have really dark circles, so I always try to make sure I get a good amount underneath my eyes. My chin always seems to have issues. And then my cheekbones, or my cheeks. And then I go in and dab all this in. So after I do my foundation, I move on to my brows. For my eyebrows, I always like to go in first and brush them. This is just the e.l.f. brow comb. And I always just try to get them in the arch shape that I like. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have a mirror down here, so if you're like, what is she doing? Looking over here, I have a mirror. Then normally I like to go in and see if there's any little hairs that I want to tweeze and get them out of there. This helps, doing this like every morning helps me prolong how long I have to go in between my waxes. If I can get those little hairs, then I don't have to worry as much about going and getting them waxed. Otherwise, if I don't do this, I feel like I'm back in getting my eyebrows waxed every like week or every 2 weeks. This helps me go more like 3 or 4 weeks. I like to keep up with them, especially underneath my eyebrows. Above, that's when I'm kind of like get more like where I need to get in for a wax appointment. I love waxing, by the way, so if you want to come see me for an eyebrow wax, and men, I do eyebrow waxes on men as well, so don't like some of you men got them caterpillar eyebrows up in there, and that's not cute, okay? Or them unibrows. Yeah, no, men, you can get your eyebrows waxed. Some of y'all need it more than women. Y'all eyebrows look like caterpillars, like 2 caterpillars literally crawled up on your face and landed there. Anyways, so I have a few eyebrow hairs over here that I'm gonna tweeze really quick. So just be careful to not over pluck if you are not the type of person to go in and fill your eyebrows. I personally don't care if I over pluck because I'm gonna be filling them in anyways and giving them the shape that I want. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my same face spray, and I'm gonna grab my favorite Morphe brush right here for my eyebrows, and this one is the M432 brush, and this is what the end of it looks like. And then I always spray my brush once on each side, and then I will grab my Anastasia dip brow, and this is in the shade soft brown, and then a little goes a long way with this dip brow. Another thing with eyebrows is some people, you have to find what you like to use on your brows. Some people that like a more soft, gentle look, they like the powders. Some people like this. You could probably, if you're not doing it a lot or every once in a while, you could probably just go in with some soft eyeshadow and then dip into this, and then I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I will try my best to get this on camera. My eyebrows are probably one of the longest processes that I do in my makeup routine, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right here, right now. Eyebrows, here we go. Oh my gosh, always remember, I'm gonna say it later. After I do my eyebrows, like get them filled in, I always like to look more into the mirror and see, okay, like right here to me, I feel like I need to fix that. And I will go in with a smaller brush. So I'm going to be using the Morphe E35 brush, and this is what it looks like up close. And I'm going to go in and touch up like right here. And I always like to look into my bigger mirror because that's where people are kind of seeing you more. They're not looking at you up close like I do when I do my eyebrows. So I always like to look past this little mirror and look into my big mirror and see where I feel like is not as arched or is too thick, or where it doesn't match this one, or where this one doesn't match this one. Because remember, say it with me, eyebrows are sisters, never twins, okay? Eyebrows are never the same. No one has 2 same eyebrows. I'm gonna go ahead and touch up right here. And I just go in with my foundation. I put a little bit on the brush, and then I will go in and touch up right here. Always look in the mirror to double check that I feel like they look as close to each other as possible. But remember, eyebrows are, say it with me, sisters, never twins. Some days we have them where they look like cousins, and that's okay. But we're gonna work on it. Like, we're gonna work on trying to get them to look more like sisters and not twins or mother-daughter, I don't know. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna prime my eyelids. So today I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Eyelid Primer, and this is what it looks like up close. And I always like to just put a little bit here, a little bit here, and then I take my finger and I blend it in. This will help if you're someone that gets a lot of like creases in your eyeshadow, or if you feel like by the end of the day your eyeshadow has just disappeared. This will help set it in place and not and help prevent creasing. My eyes love to have that creasing. I hate it. It's so irritating to me that my eyelids do that. Why do they feel the need to crease? Why do they want to hate me and do that? You tell me why. But you don't know why either. So then I'm going to go ahead and grab my Morphe 35W Warm It Up palette. So here is the outside packaging. I do have like a little bit of like an OCD when it comes to my makeup. Like I have to have it still in the packaging. That's why you've noticed like all of my makeup has still like had the original packaging. So here it is, and then I will open it up for you. So it is a very good like neutral base. This is the palette that I'm going to be using today on my eyeshadow. And I'm going to start with this one right here. It doesn't give me a shade, but it's going to be this one right here. So it's a little bit of a darker brown, and I'm going to be using this for right out here. And to do that, oh my lord, it pinched my finger. Anyways, so I'm going to be going in with this shade right here, this darker brown. I'm going to be doing it right here, and I'm going to be using an e.l.f. blending eye brush. And I'm not going to actually blend it in while I'm putting it on. I'm literally going to create like a blob or whatever. I'm literally not going to try to blend it in at all. So it's going to look a little scary at first. That's okay. That's why we blend for the gods. That's why we blend. Blend, 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 blend. That's why we're going to blend a lot. Because blend, like I would rather over blend than under blend. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna zoom in really quick, but this is what it looks like so far. So it's not pretty. Then I'm gonna go in with the same palette, and I'm gonna use this shade right here. And I'm using an e.l.f. crease brush. And it's just a little bit of a fluffier one, but it's still smaller than that other one. It's not as fluffy. So then I'm going to go in, I'm going to take some of this, and I'm going to put it from here to the corner of my eye.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
I had a yawn coming on, I knew it. I felt the yawn come on, I felt it. I was like, oh, it's happening, and then it happened. Okay. I'm going to go in with the same e.l.f. crease brush, but this time I'm going to go into this lighter shade. It's almost like a white, and I'm going to get some of that, and then I'm going to put it on the base of my eye. So So this is what my eyeshadow looks like right now. My favorite blending brush is this one right here. I've had this one for a long time, and I'm going to use this fluffier side first, and I like to just go back and forth, starting with the light pressure, and then if there's like a spot that I really can't go out, I will use a little bit more pressure, but I always like to hold it by the end so I'm not using too much pressure when I don't want to use that much pressure. Okay, so now I have both my eyeshadows done on both eyes. The next thing I'm going to do is my wing liner. I'm going to use the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. That is my favorite one. It's the only one I use. And I'm going to do some wing liners. And if you haven't, I do have a video on my Instagram. And I will put that link below in the description. But I do have a video on how I do my wing liner. So if you want to go check that out, it's on my Instagram page. So definitely go give that a look if you're curious on how I do my wing liner in detail. So right now I'm just going to jump to my mascara part because I already have a video on how I do my wing liner. So I'm back. I did my wing liner and I also did some eyeliner on my waterline. Before I do mascara is I like to take that dark shade in that Morphe 35W Warm It Up palette. And I'm going to use this Morphe brush. It doesn't have a name on it because it's a little bit of an older one, but this is what it looks like. So I'm going to take this Morphe brush and I'm going to go in with this dark shade that we use for this outside corner. And I'm actually going to go in right here, not all the way across, but just like that little corner. And I'm going to put this eyeshadow right underneath there. And then I'm going to go back in with this brush, but I'm going to use that skinnier, not as fluffy side. And I'm actually going to blend it out a little bit. Now I'm going to do mascara, and I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Okay, now that I have my mascara done, we're going to go through and contour, blush, and put some highlight on. So I'm going to start with my bronzer. So I'm going to use the Anastasia powder bronzer, and this is in the shade Cappuccino. I'm going to go in with this brush right here. This is what it is. It's just a little bit more of an angled, not as fluffy brush. And just like the eyeshadow and the under eyeshadow that we did, I'm not going to blend this quite yet. So it will be a little bit of a harsh line, and I like to go from about right here to the very edge.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Then the next thing I do is my blush, and I'm using the Anastasia blush trio, and this one is in the shade Pool Party. And then from this trio, I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and this one is called Cash. And I am using a similar brush to that other one, but this one is just a different brand, and then the shape of it is still very similar to the other one. And I'm going to go in, and same thing, I'm not going to blend, but I'm going to put this right on top of this contour right here. And I don't bring my blush all the way back like I did with my contour. I stop about right here, and I try to focus mainly right here, but I do fluff it up a little bit that way. Now before I do my highlighter, I'm going to go in and blend these, and I'm going to use this Real Techniques Bluffing brush. And I just go back and forth like this. I don't start out very harsh, but then if I need to, I will go a little bit harsher. And notice I'm not like this. I'm using this very edge right here to blend in. I'm going in very softly with this edge. Some days I don't always do this, but when I'm in certain moods, I will go through with my bronzer once again, and I will do my chin and my forehead. So I'm gonna do that real quick here for this video. I don't usually do this unless I'm going to be in harsh light, just because it helps bring your face together a little bit better. So I'm going to go in with that Real Techniques Bluffing brush again and blend this in. Now we go in with the highlighter, and I'm going to use the Anastasia highlighter. So then I'm going to go in with the Anastasia highlighter, and this is what it looks like up close. It's very like golden-y, and I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques setting brush. And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do right here, and I'm gonna bring it up around my eye a little bit. Now that I have all of that kind of blended in and where I would like it, I'm gonna go in and do some lipstick now. I'm gonna start with this Rimmel London lipstick in the shade 08. And it looks like this. It's a very neutral pinkish color. Okay, once I have that on, I'm gonna go in with this MAC lip gloss. I don't know what shade it is. I think I got it in one of like those free Sephora gifts, but I'm gonna put this on top of the lipstick, right? And I personally feel like lipstick just ties your whole makeup look together. I know some people get annoyed with lipstick or they don't like lipstick, but I really do feel like it just adds like those finishing touches to your makeup look. But here it is. This is it all done. Thank you so much for staying till the end to watch this whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other video recommendations, please put those in the comments or message me. Also, don't forget to check out my Instagram at hairandmakeupby_Padilla. Also, my Facebook is hairandmakeupbypadilla, all one word. And you're obviously on my YouTube channel, and if you haven't, don't forget to go check out my other video, and I will put all the shades and makeup that I used in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, all that fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. One last thing, think of something small to be positive about. Be happy about the little things. I can say right now I am thankful that I have all 3 of my dogs. I love them so much. Zeb is I always joke and say Zeb is the love of my life, or one of the love of my lives. I just love him so much. He helps me with my anxiety. Skipper, they all have different personalities. So I am very thankful today for my dog. So maybe even leave it in the comments what you are thankful for. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll be back with another video later.